The STARR method is a technique that is primarily used in interviews to help you format your answers. In this video, we will go over it in detail, with a tutorial, an interview, and reflection to make sure that you understand the STARR method. In this section, we will explain the STARR method. STARR is split into 5 sections. You've got your situation, you've got your task, you've got action, result, and reflection. The first step, situation. You would describe the situation, set the scene, provide context. It could be anything from something that happened at work or an out of work scenario that demonstrates when you applied a particular skill and you put that skill into practice. Moving on to the next step, task. The task involves a goal you needed to accomplish. Say, for example, I helped my team solve an issue within the data system that was affecting the workflow. A simple sentence in the interview telling the interviewer exactly what you did. The third step is action. So this is the longest step where you describe in detail the steps that went into solving the problem. So starting from the beginning, highlighting what you were feeling at the time. Remember, this section will be always about you. It doesn't matter what other people were doing, you should always directly keep the focus on yourself. Now on to the fourth step of STARR, the result. So this is where you describe the outcome of your actions, so don't be shy in taking credit for your behaviour or your contributions. This is the interview question where you sell yourself in a scenario. So now we go on to the final step, which is reflection. So giving a reflection to showcase your personal growth can be essential to an interview. So showing how you are thinking about the future and how you'll take your past experiences and how you'll grow from them. And with that, we move on to the next section, the interview. Please don't worry if you haven't fully understood, as there will be guidance of where exactly each step has been used in this section. The interview may start as follows.
Can you describe a situation you've been in which required you to solve a problem?
Step back to think for a second. The steps of STARR may help you. For this example, we will be using the professional challenge.
So in the professional challenge, my group was struggling to understand what we were supposed to do. So I proposed planning a meeting for us to better understand it, and later scouting out our specific challenge together and in person. Yeah, I do think though multiple people in my group were unsure about what our specific task actually was in the professional challenge. So to combat that, I proposed that we have a planning meeting to help them understand. I myself was a little unsure how I would fully explain our roles to them, as leading wasn't something I'd done before that, but I knew that if I didn't, then we would just be stuck doing the same, going around in circles. And in our meeting, we actually decided to go to the location and to see if we could highlight any issues and provide solutions to the organisation for them to improve on. In the end, my group told me that they appreciated my help and forward thinking to complete the challenge. Although looking back, I'm glad that I did that and helped in that way. Even though we didn't get the prize or the award for it, I think we all had a good experience developing skills like teamwork and collaboration and communication skills that we can apply in future situations. So yeah, thank you.
To summarise, the STARR method has you provide a situation to help the interviewer understand before explaining what goal that you wanted to accomplish. You will then explain what you did at the time, describing each part in detail and moving on to what happened at the end. Finally, you would reflect on what you have learnt from your experience and how you're going to take those experiences into the future. We used a tutorial and an interview to showcase these steps both verbally and visually. It's important that where possible you should use work-based experiences. However, it's okay to use scenarios that are your own hobbies, your interests, if they demonstrate skills relevant to the role that you're being interviewed for. Don't forget you can book an interview preparation appointment if you would like to practice applying the STARR method in a safe and supportive environment. Simply book online via My Career or email careers@leedstrinity.ac.uk.